Hey guys, Bishmi back again with another video. Grip, bow, you know the vibes, and we are back again on another FBL channel video. Let me get all up in the camera for y'all. You know we here. So, welcome to the draft awards of week 1. I know, like, we just finished week 2, so I'm actually a week behind, but you know, just trying to organize everything with Kiwi and you know, get everything ready to go for the next couple of weeks, and just being busy, I fell behind. But I did say that I was gonna get this out, so here we are, right? It was the draft awards for week 1. Now, a lot of different things happened in week 1. I actually just want to talk about the pick'ems first. Now, I was thinking of putting up a graph and having like calculations and stuff, but I'm not doing all that. What I just gotta say is, looking at the matchup, so we have Milwaukee Metachamps versus VA Pressure. And VA Pressure won. VA Pressure was favored to win that one, so shouts out to them. After that, we have the Red Spark Vicavotes versus the Manchester Park Slowpokes, where the Vicavotes had the upper hand in the pick'ems, but the Slowpokes pulled it out. And I actually do want to make a comment on that, because they actually got Coach of the Week. So Coach of the Week is going to go out to Apparator and the Manchester Park Slowpokes. And then I just wanted to go over the battle right quick. So it was Apparator versus Dolphin Squared. I'm not going to go over the whole battle, but I do want to highlight some things. Let me turn up the playback speed. Right. I want to say the first thing was that Sylveon on top of Coco. The Sylveon was actually very offensive, as to where it had a life orb, and him just going for Hyper Voice actually does a big chunk to the Coco, right? No, actually, no, it switched out. Sorry. He U-turned, right? Goes into Roserade. Roserade gets clapped by the Hyper Voice. And then, for some reason, Dolphin tries to put the Roserade to sleep. And it doesn't really work out. And then it just dies. So, this is actually just providing a lot of pressure for Apparator. That's just one thing I noticed. Another thing was his Necrozma set. Now, his Necrozma, it was Dragon Dance. Freaking it was Dragon Dance with Heat Wave, Photon Geyser, and X Scissor. And I'm pretty sure after this guy clicked Dragon Dance, because I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened this turn. Did he Dragon Dance here? Yeah, he Dragon Dance first, and then Dolphin went into a Corviknight. He did not expect him to have the Heat Wave on him, so he just slapped him with a Heat Wave. Necrozma actually put in a lot of work, because it ended up taking out the Corviknight, going on to... Did he set up in front of this? No, Photon Geyser just kind of 2-hit KO Gastrodon, and then he was able to knock out the Latios with an X Scissor. So shouts out to Apparator for getting Coach of the Week. Well deserved. I believe this was a 5-0 victory. Let me just go to the end. Well, no, he won it. Yeah, he actually won it 5-0. So one of the multiple 5-0s coming from the week. So, you know, in the pick'ems, he wasn't favored to win, but he actually clutched it out. So shouts out to Apparator. Next in the pick'ems, we got Los Angeles and Ferny versus the Trash Town Thieves. So me versus Sosa, where Sosa actually had the matchup in the pick'ems is actually 6-3, and I was able to clutch it out with a lot of Toxic, so that put me above Sosa. After that, we have Brooklyn Tykes versus Team Tempest. Now this battle is actually the battle of the week, because it was the closest battle that we had. I'm actually going to be going over that in a bit. Actually, you know what? Let me pull that up right now. So yeah, I have Kiwi's side of the battle, because Nue did not upload his. Nue, you gotta get your stuff up, bruh. We too far. So actually, I'm gonna turn it up to 1.5. Off the lead, we see Zero Aura and Lycanroc. Now, here, not knowing what the Lycanroc could be, it's probably like Banded. Accelerock might hurt, but also Nue doesn't have a ground type, so I think Kiwi just going for Volt Switch here is pretty safe, to be honest. Yeah, because he gets damage off on anything, and Kiwi actually loves to do like a first round calc for whatever reason. On the very first turn, he calcs super long, bringing the timer down, so he's able to Volt Switch on this. We see that he's faster, and it does a great chunk. Kiwi then decides to go into... Who did he go into? Dusclops, which is the defensive HP, max defense, max HP, I believe. We see that this thing is Focus Sash, and he hits the Drill Run. So after this, With Dusclops being in, I don't know who would want to come in on this. Probably something like Vikavolt, because like Vikavolt could kind of just handle it. Although it doesn't have a way to hit it. Like looking at New Age's team, he didn't really bring anything to really hard counter the Dusclops. He brings in Tentacruel. Now Tentacruel can have something like knockoff, Scald, it gets like rapid spin, toxic spike. So I don't think Tentacruel getting burned was a big thing here. If he had it right here, I would have clicked knockoff. Just to get off the Violite. I'm not sure what New Age goes for. I actually haven't seen this battle in mad long, and I actually wanted to go over it because, like I said, it was a good back and forth. So we see Kiwi withdraw into Celesteela. He goes for the Scald. Does he get the burn? Actually did a lot of damage. He did get the burn. For Kiwi's side, I'm actually mad lost. Like I forgot what happened in this battle. What does Kiwi go for here? I mean, might as well just go for the power of Meteor Beam, right? So he switched in Celesteela to switch into Blissey. I'm not sure why he didn't just go Blissey in the first place, but we do catch Tentacruel switching out into Victini. Yo, imagine if Kiwi had just hit the Meteor Beam there. Now, right here, I actually want to make a point, because later we find out that Victini is Choice Banded. And looking at Kiwi's team, literally nothing wants to take a V-Create. Like, he actually has 0 switch-ins to V-Create, to a fire type attack. I mean, well, he has Zygarde, but Zygarde is very frail. I actually would have loved seeing New Age going for the V-Create, but instead Kiwi is able to switch out to his Dusclops. We see that it's banded, and he actually goes for Brick Break. Now, Brick Break, I don't even know if it would have killed. I mean, it is banded. Victini does have 100 base attack, but Blissey, just being max HP and max defense, it might be able to live the hit since it's not stabbed. Now, he switches in Tentacruel to an Earthquake, which really sucks. And now Tentacruel is just getting chunked. I actually would really like to see the Tentacruel set, because I would have just clicked knockoff here. Last time we saw Tentacruel, it went for Scald on this thing. So what does he go for? He actually switched it into Earthquake to then switch out into Vikavolt, which is going to dodge the Earthquake. So like I said, he does bring in the Vikavolt on the Dusclops eventually. But now my thing is, what do you really set up? I mean, you could set up webs and probably Volt switch out, but how are you going to break this Dusclops without knocking off the Violite and then just having something like Toxic? I'm not sure what his Porygon 2 is here to do. What does Kiwi go for? Because Kiwi, honestly, he could just sit here in front of the Pokemon. Kiwi winded up switching out on the Tentacruel, and after getting it that low, he didn't really care. Look at how little damage that's doing. Kiwi's gonna get off a Pain Split. Like, Dusclops is so annoying if you don't knock off that Violite. Oh, he actually skipped to Porygon. I believe he went Porygon on the Nightshade. And what does New Age do? I have to skip. Okay, so he has Shadow Ball in this thing. He gets Will-O-Wisps. And Kiwi, if I was Kiwi, I'd just switch into Blissey, but I guess he figured he could live another Shadow Ball and then Pain Split. Is that what happened? Oh no, wait, Dusclops is faster. Oh no, he went for Tri Attack, trying to catch Kiwi switch out, and it actually just sacked the health on his Porygon 2. After that, Kiwi goes into Blissey. Oh, so he actually played New Age really well. Those 2 turns staying in and then switching into Blissey now. He's going to take the time to get up his rocks as New Age brings in Victini. Now here, I would love to just see the Bandit V-Create go crazy. He doesn't have a switch in. Let's see who he brings in. He brings in Celesteela. He's just sacked it. He sacked the Celesteela. V-Create. Boom. So here, I feel like if New Age could get in his Victini every single time and just click Banded V-Create, he would be great. The thing is, those rocks are really going to hurt New Age though, because I don't believe he doesn't have any hazard removal. Whether it was supposed to be Rapid Spin on Tentacruel, Defog on Vikavolt or Salamence. So Victini isn't going to be able to switch in and out anymore. Oh, and actually Kiwi went for knockoff here. So what does Nue do? He goes into Vikavolt. He's going to take the rocks. He's going to take the knockoff. Oh, wait, no. This thing is Boots. So does he have Defog on it, though? Because I would just click Defog. Freeze Dry. He roosts. He opts to roost. Now that freaking Freeze Dry is actually doing mad damage. What does Kiwi do here? I mean, if I was Kiwi, I'd just keep clicking Freeze Dry. Yeah, there we go. And Nue. He went for the Bug Buzz, so he's gonna opt to kill this thing. So we've seen Bug Buzz, probably Volt Switch, Roost, and Sticky Webs. What would have been good too is if he got up the webs again. So yeah, right now Kiwi could just Volt Switch the Zero Aura. Oh, he went for the Plasma Fist. I wonder what does Nue do now. Brings back in Victini, gonna take the chip. And here is free for Kiwi to go for a Volt Switch because you get more chip on the Victini. But the thing is, like I said, he doesn't really have any good switch-ins to the Bandit Recreate. So he opts to Volt Switch, I believe. Dusclops can't take two. First the Band, Recreate. See, like, imagine if Nue had hit Recreate the very first time. Look at that damage. He's gonna have to sack the Dusclops. And like that should just be a kill. And now if Nue is able to get Victini in one more time on the Blissey, because it can only switch in one more time because of rocks, I believe he could claim the kill on the Blissey or on the Zygarde or on the Zero Aura. Here, Nue, he looks great. Like, it's 3-5 right now. Sadly, Nue decided to sack his Victini. This is where I think the battle really turned. Because when the Victini dies, how does he reliably break Blissey outside of something like Salamence or Lycanroc? If he had to sack something, I think he should have sacked his Tentacruel. Most definitely, because I don't think Tentacruel was that much needed anymore. Also, if he was like Dragon Dance on his Salamence in the back, it seems like Salamence couldn't really stop Zero Aura. Instead, I think after losing the Victini, this guy Nue kind of just fell, because as you can see, he just switching in things. He switched in his Guided Die. Look, he had Intimidate too. He could have gotten off an Intimidate on the Zero Aura, nerfed the attack, lived, set up a Dragon Dance, and I think he would have been like in a very good position had he preserved that Victini. Let me actually see what else happens, because I mean, at this point Salamence is still a threat. Kiwi can't really risk him going for a Dragon Dance, because let's say Nue Dragon Dance right there. He actually went for Draco Meteor. He brought a special Salamence to kind of trick the Dusclops to throw him off. Because look, he has Dual Wing Beat along with the Draco Meteor. So he went for the Draco, was able to take out the Blissey, and I like, honestly, looking at these last three, I would have rather Nue had Victini, Salamence, and Lycanroc. So maybe if he just, you know, sacked off his P2 and his Tentacruel, he would have came out with the win. But it's still looking very close because, you know, Nue still has that Intimidate on his Salamence. We're gonna see this guy go into Tentacruel on the Outrage. Now, I believe he could just bring in Porygon 2. Porygon 2 should be able to live an Outrage. Let's see. Does it live the Outrage? Oh, okay. It doesn't, actually. He brings in Ment. I think here he probably just drops a Draco. Or does... Oh, no. Or does it just break through? Oh, it actually just clutched up. Zygarde just actually clutched up. Wow. So now, like, after that, I wonder how it would have worked out. Because Zygarde is pretty fast. Shouts out to Kiwi for winning that. Getting Battle of the Week between him and Nue. I'm just really thinking about the speeds and how could Nue ever stop the Zygarde, you know? But you know what, let me not ponder on that too long. Let me just get into the next award. That brings us to Pokemon of the Week, which is Ninetales. I actually just recorded this and I actually gave the Pokemon of the Week award to the wrong Pokemon, so that's why I'm back again. Well, low-key again, but I mean, for you guys, it's gonna be in the same video, but gonna have to give it to Ninetales from the VA Pressure. Now, I actually recorded the Pokemon of the Week for Crawdon, because each of these Pokemon got 4 kills in the battle. Ninetales got 4 in this battle versus Milwaukee Medichams, and Crawdon got 4 in the battle versus Roman Polions. The only thing that put Ninetales above Crawdon is because Ninetales was clutch. Ninetales here, it killed the Weavile after it got toxic by Weavile. And then when things were looking grim, when things were looking so bad for the VA Pressure, hold on, I gotta skip like through all the way through the battle. Ninetales said, you know what? I don't know if you guys saw that, but Ninetales froze the Blissey with this, froze Clef with this Blizzard, which actually allowed Clef not to do anything. Before, Clef was giving VA Pressure a very tough time. Once it got the freeze, it was able to take out the Clef, and then after it took out Clef, it went on to freeze dry this thing, and it killed the Como too with a Moonblast. So I want to give the award to Ninetales for getting that clutch freeze. After, you'll see me talking about Crawdon, but definitely Mon of the Week was Ninetales, and that's it. Shout out to Crawdon from the Rome Empoleons. It actually was the kill leader for week 1. It got 4 kills in its battle versus Amoonguss and the Atlanta Sable. Now, in the battle, Amoongus's video was kind of corrupted, so we only saw Crawdon get a couple kills, but it actually winded up clutching up. I don't know, like I said before, Amoonguss pulled a Moon Knight episode and like it just switched the battle. At first, Amoonguss was in the lead. All of a sudden, he was losing and Crawdon was in front of it. Crawdon was able to clean up. So shout out to Crawdon. So we got New England Chariots versus Chartreuse versus PWD's Finest. PWD's Finest with Arts versus Charizard King. They had an 8/3 predicted to win, PWD's Finest, and they did win. Another upset that we have is Nashville Needle Kings versus Utah Muse. And having the number 4 power ranked team in the preseason, Utah Muse actually fell to the Needle Kings after being predicted to win 5-4. Another one that was an upset that actually brought us to Pokemon of the Week was Atlanta Sable versus Roman Polions. I actually had a couple money on these battles too, and where I lost my money because Amoonguss lost to Aaron. So shouts out to all the coaches. You know, like I said before, if you haven't gotten those week 1 battles up, make sure you get it up. And I hope you enjoyed the content. Leave a like if you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe if you're new. Shouts out to the FBO. Go in the description. It's going to be all the coaches' channels. Everybody I mentioned here, all the coaches and the commissioners. So, and if you haven't already, make sure you join the Discord, because we got a lot of stuff popping off over there. Peace.